Okay, so 3 days in with the Umidigi A15, and it's been a solid device so far. Actually been pretty impressed considering some of the specifications that it's offering. Lift to wake with the facial unlock is pretty fast on here. It has a really nice weight to it as well, which feels pretty premium in the hand. It's got a mixture between glass and metal. It gives you 3 different discs on the back where the cameras are placed, which offers some decent quality and the battery life. The first day I had put the screen brightness at full 100% the entire day, and I noticed that the battery wasn't as good as I expected it to be. And then the next day I actually made the screen 60 to 70% for the entire day. And then I did notice that I was getting much better battery life after the second and third day. And so with the adaptive battery turned on, my battery learning got better through time, which was actually good. This device does feature a SoC, which is made by the Unisoc T616. And this processing chip is actually a lot better than expected. And so as far as the battery with the 5,000 milliamp hour, I thought it was a pretty normal battery that I was getting. It does give you Type-C charging and USB 2.0, and you actually can, get 18 watts fast charging on here, which is also another thing that was pretty cool. Outdoor visibility, you did have to put the display at full brightness, but the 6.7 inch IPS 720 by 1600 display did look pretty good. And so as long as you had it on full brightness, you were gonna be able to make out everything on the display with the 500 nits. So it wasn't going to be like a super bright display at 1,000 nits and up, but it does have 500 nits, which is pretty usable. You also do get a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack at the top, as well as a microphone. Down below you're getting a speaker. You're also getting a volume rocker and up and down, as well as a power button beneath it. On the other side you're actually getting an action button, which we'll probably get into in a little bit more detail. But I thought that the device was well made. It was actually well built and had a nice feel in the hand. So whenever I was using it, I was enjoying it because it felt like it was basically like locked into my hand with the flat sides and the curved edges. And so the pictures on here that you were getting were going to be pretty sharp and pretty accurate. And I was able to take some decent shots on these cameras. I thought the cameras were actually pretty good when it came down to it. And so it does feature a triple camera setup, which is going to be pretty decent. And it's going to offer you some, really good quality with the 64 megapixel main camera. You also do get the ability to record in full HD 1080 by 30 frames per second, which is definitely pretty good. And then you get a front camera, which is 60 megapixels as well, that records at 1080 30 too. And so it does have a wide angle camera for photography, a night camera, as well as a macro camera. And so I did think that the colors came out pretty punchy when it came to taking video and shots, front and rear. The camera does tend to give a really good amount of saturation to the skin and add a little bit of more color than what you actually are seeing in real time. But I did think the cameras had a nice video capability with the, stabilization mode that was actually built in on here. And so I was able to get some pretty good portraits, macro shots, as well as some good just still shots when I was taking some photos on this device. So I definitely thought at the 10 times zoom that you were able to get, it was pretty clear to see the image. And so you can zoom in on animals from a long distance or different objects. And so it was going to be pretty accurate when it came to the finished product. I also did like the night mode on here and the wide angle camera. It did pack a really good accurate color science as well. So I definitely liked the way this device felt. Even at 60 hertz, it managed to fly through everything that I threw at it. And even though it was a 60 hertz panel, I actually forgot that it didn't have 60 hertz. By the way, it was moving. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM on this device. So that alone with the T616 from Unisoc managed to kind of impress me. And so I was able to get better battery life throughout the time that I was using this device, which made it better in my opinion. Also, that shortcut key was nice because when I tapped it once or twice or 3 times, I was able, or like if you long hold it out, like for me, I did the short press and that was going to get to my, flashlight, or, you could do the camera or even the recorder. So I was able to record voice notes. And so I thought that this device does offer a pretty good amount of features, especially running on Android 13 out of the box. I actually did get a software update that I haven't installed yet, but it looks like it's going to get updated for the first month, in the first month that I've had it, which is kind of promising. But the Umidigi A15 is a budget phone at $139 that you could pick up, and I definitely think you'll be pretty impressed with the overall functionality with it. But let me know what you guys think about this phone, and if you're still here, just type down below I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people and help beat the YouTube algorithm. I'll check you guys later. Peace.